So you wake up every day, the sun is shining, it's going to be a great new day, positive attitudes, good vibes, and the first call I get, one of my techs got hit in the gas station parking lot. So I'm driving up to check this thing out. Obviously, I don't know if I can film anything because of liability or privacy issues, but we are going to go check this thing out and hopefully it's not too bad. So it's super busy. We're firing on all cylinders. It's October, but it's 85 degrees in Savannah. So things are good. Business is good. Everybody's getting things washed prior to the holidays. And the last thing I need to deal with is this. Hello.
My car's running, it's fine. That right there.
Yeah.
I ain't never been in a wreck. I just picked it out right there, but I live right here.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm trying to ease out, and I didn't see him. And I was trying to ease out. I was putting my money in my thing. I come from the ATM.
Yeah.
And I was right there by the ATM, and I went to pull out, and I didn't see him.
Okay.
You know how all these vehicles are. Sometimes everybody's in front of everybody.
No, I understand.
Yeah, no, it's a busy place right here.
Yeah.
No, I see that. Did you call the police yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I got my kids and my neighbors. They got to come on, and I'm fixing to be fired.
I'm sorry. We got to have the police report.
I know. I know that. As you said, hurry.
Yeah, I know. They're never in a hurry.
They don't get in no hurry.
Did he get a picture of your insurance card?
Yeah. No, he got. I don't have a card. I have this right here.
So not terrible. We used a couple ratchet straps to secure the fender that was ripped off back to the trailer. The rack that our two hose reels was on was also ripped off, and the hose reels appear to be functional, but there is some damage. So we'll see where this goes, but it's functional for the day. So everybody is back working and we're good to go. However, while I was there, I got a call from one of the other guys. And while he was backing out from one of our sheds at the yard, he apparently hit one of the beams and bent it pretty significantly. Check this out. So I'm going to go back and grab some tools and some of the things that I think I'm going to need in order to fix this. Just another day. So this is the post. And apparently he backed out with the trailer, took a corner way too tight, and completely bent this thing out of shape, ripping the aluminum siding, which ain't fun. So I'm going to try to minimize the damage by fixing this thing. I've got a couple ideas, but the first of which is going to be loosening up these screws. All right, so that's loose, and hopefully that will allow us to get this thing back in place. I brought a couple things with me. Obviously, I brought my Milwaukee Impact, and I've also brought my BFH. The hammer's not helping. So this is just going to be one of those days. As you saw, I just got that beam straightened out and got back to the office, was gonna do a little busy work, paperwork, things of that nature, the things that I've not been able to do yet today that are essential in running a business. And then I get a text from one of the landscape crews that the belt on one of the zero turns has broken. Now, we have had a couple issues with this belt breaking, probably 3 belts over the past, 2 months, which is way too excessive. There was some issue with metal fatigue on where the spring tensioner is. It vibrates, obviously, as it's tensioning and slowly begins to rip away at the material, thus making it looser, and eventually the belt fails. So I welded that up, put a new spring on, and it has been functional for a while, but I'm interested to see what's going on. Hopefully it wasn't my weld. Hopefully it just popped off, but these two are really good, and they are up to speed on basic maintenance and upkeep of the equipment. One thing that we do with All American is we have tracking devices on all of our vehicles. Here's a little map of what it looks like. So I got a text that the belt popped. They pushed it back up on. Obviously, we have a couple zero turns on these trailers for situations like this, but he didn't tell me where they were. I basically know because of the route, but with these GPS tracking, not only do a great job giving us any kind of codes that the vehicles throw for maintenance issues, keeps up with the mileage, keeps up with the gas. I get notifications when they are speeding. I get notifications if they brake too hard, if they accelerate too hard, if they're idling for longer than a set period, which I put into play. So they're great, but it also allows me to know where they are at all times, how long they're there, and in a situation like this, I can roll up and check out the belt. Sean, what are you doing? Where's the belt? Oh, it's not that one. That's surprising.
This one.
Yep. Okay. All right, so it was the drive belt. I think it just broke. I'm not sure why. It could be a bad bearing. It could be any number of things. So I'm gonna go grab another belt, which I should have, but I didn't, and get this thing fixed. I've dealt with a police report, a vehicle accident, damage to my property, and fixed it. A broken belt, which isn't a big deal, but I didn't have one on the shelf, so I'm gonna go buy a couple, drop one off with Sean so he can get that X mark up and operational. But this is just another example of how things don't always go as we plan. Our days don't always start off perfect, but what can you do? I see a lot of videos of a lot of guys that make things seem like it is just a perfectly smooth day every day. They're just raking in the money and everything works properly all the time. There are no issues, and we all know that's not reality. Reality is stuff happens, and like I've said before, you can laugh it off, you can smile, but ultimately it is what it is. And while there's a ton of money to be made, there's a lot of headaches that go along with it, and I'm okay with that. It keeps me young. I've got a couple quotes that I need to go do. Like I said, I need to grab that belt. I still need to get back to the office and get some things done in there. And what I'd really like to do is have a cup of coffee. So despite the rough start today, things actually ended up pretty darn good. We had a great day. I got a lot accomplished. I ended up booking a huge apartment community gutter job, so I'm stoked about that. That thing should start in a couple weeks. And more importantly, I want you guys to see that things aren't always as peachy as they seem on the internet. Things go wrong, stuff happens, and you adapt, you overcome, you get over it, and you smile. Because at the end of the day, what else is there? Hey, leave us a comment if you like what we're doing. Give us a thumbs up. What else can you do for me? Maybe subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you think that we add any kind of value whatsoever to your business, or you just get a laugh because of all the stuff that we go through, hit that subscribe button for me. Other than that, as always, have a great day.